Will he be all right?
The phoenix can mend flesh, but the spirit must recover on its own. I'm afraid the rest is up to him. This place is remarkable. Outfitting it must have been no small feat. But why go to such trouble?
That beauty's belly's filled with wonders the world ain't ready for. If the guilds caught wind of what we were up to, they'd all want a piece. All right?
And how is he? Do not blame yourself. He was barely breathing when you brought him here. We would have lost him if it were not for you.
No. Barnabas may have severed nigh every sinew in my brother's body. But he made certain the wounds were not fatal.
Nigh every sinew?
Allow me, your lordship. Don't know what I was thinking, putting you to the trouble like that.
'Tis no trouble carrying comestibles to my ailing nephew.
I know, but you've already done so much for us. Pouring your gale into the hideaway and now the ship. I don't want to take the piss.
You risked your life. And for what? Some girl you hardly know. Why'd you do it? You got mad or something?
I wouldn't go that far.
Clive!
You're awake, my boy. Oh.
All I want to do is help. And the world won't save itself. It was Sid. Your father, who taught me that.
Sounds like him.
Don't you dare do that again.
What of the royalists?
Fucked off, the lot of them, along with the galleon. With the king on board, no doubt. The Iron Hair wouldn't sail without him. Clive. Jill didn't come back.
What do you mean?
She kept the king busy while the others dragged you out.
It's all right, Mid. Jill is fine.
The ether of her Eikon endures. And as long as it does, we can be certain she is alive.
We must pursue the Black Galleon. Jill will be with the king, I'm sure of it.
Well, good luck catching him, because my ship's going nowhere. It's the Mithril engine. She's got a kick like a wild chocobo and a mind to tear the hull in half.
But do you have an idea?
Well, of course I do. My dad'll have seen this coming a league off. If I had his old writings...
If you had his old writings, you'd be sitting under a fuckload of rubble. The ones Otto didn't save anyway. I suppose he might still have a few pages in his stores.
We'll have to hope it's enough. Do what you can to ready the ship. I'll speak with Otto.
In your condition, you really are mad.
Perhaps. But the world really won't save itself.
All right, let's head back to the hideaway. And just a quick thought here to kick us off. The fact that Jill is still alive, so is the King of Waloed, and we understand him to be fairly thoroughly mind-controlled or manipulated by Ultima. So, although I'm pleased to hear that Jill is still around, I'm just concerned for her well-being.
Right. Gav said that Otto might know something.
All right, well, let's start off by talking with Lady Karen here. Oh, and we can read the new missive as well. I want to make sure that we get... Oh, and a new quest is available. And I'm very glad to see that we can still do those other side quests, because I do like to do those.
Nothing like a dish of cold vengeance to foul the gut.
I'm sorry, Nan. I didn't mean to make things worse. I just thought I had to protect you. Like you've protected me.
Aye, well, someone had to. Your parents certainly didn't give a whit for your well-being. Reckon the both of us would be worse off if I'd not taken you on. You've always been me right eye, Goots. And I'd have you stay that way. So don't you dare go looking for trouble again.
Well, I will. If you ever need help, I'll do it again and again, and you can't stop me.
Why, you big lump. Fine. Play the hero if it makes you happy.
Thanks, Nan. I won't let you down.
There's nothing he wouldn't do for you.
That's as maybe. But if he's ever to make his own way in life, he'll need to start looking out for himself as well. Till then, he'll need people to watch his back, just like you did in Dalamil. Don't think I didn't appreciate that.
Of course. His family.
Stop it. You make me one good eye, mister. I don't go thinking that'll do you any favours. A potion today'll cost you the same as it did yesterday.
You guys, she said Goots has always been her right eye. It's so clever.
Let me tell you a story, Clive.
All right.
Them rumours Wetlegs were spreading. Might be they weren't just tales plucked out of thin air. You see, there were a time when I weren't too particular about who I sold steel to, so long as they paid me the right price. Some women lust after blood, others after flesh, but me, I were always one for gold. And to satisfy that lust, I sold to opposing armies, stabbed my every client in the back, made myself the most hated woman in the twins. But then one day I met a man who made me a different kind of offer. Said he'd give me access to a realm-wide community of like-minded individuals in constant need of steel and sundries. On the condition I sold to him and his alone.
Was that the first time you met Sid?
Aye. And I fell right into his damn trap. He was true to his word, so I ended up being true to mine. And I soon started making the best profits I've seen since taking up the trade. And all without aiding or abetting any outlaws. Except Sid himself, that is. Told me about his plan to topple the mother crystals, you know. Said that with them gone, the realm would want for all manner of things. An opportunity for the likes of me to mint gil. Why, I reckon an enterprising individual could find himself the richest dam in the twins. And that's when he had me. I emptied my stores that day and moved into the Hideaway proper. And the rest, as they say, is ancient bloody history. A dozen years on, and I'm still not the richest dam. Not for lack of trying, mind. But I can say that I have never been happier. You've all shown me there are some things more precious than gil.
That there are.
So don't you go messing it all up, or you'll have me to answer to.
I'm ashamed to report that her Sid is better than mine. All right, let's check out the missive since we're right here. Oh, and also we do have some there's a couple curios now, I think. Let's see. Hold on, what do we got here? The Oath, we've looked at that before. Guardian Scarf, I just don't remember. With this tippet, dyed red for the flames of the Firebird and the blood of his fallen Rosarian brothers, does Sir Wade pledge not only his loyalty, but the loyalty of the Guardians of the Flame. Sid's Goblet, miraculously undamaged in the attack on the old hideaway, Otto held on to this featureless clay cup to remind him of his lost friend before giving it to Clive, knowing that Sid would have wanted the proud bearer of his legacy to have it. The Continental Censer, we just got this. An ornate brass censer from beyond the outer seas, gifted to Clive by Karen for his assistance in clearing her name. According to the cantankerous shopkeep, when packed with herbs and ambergris, which I may not be pronouncing correctly, and left to smolder, the fragrant smoke produced can ward off everything from insects to the plague, protect a home from thieves and demons, and heal any number of ailments, all while bringing love and fortune. Jeez. Let's get some ambergris. We've looked at the Martell apples. Ambrosia tack. Yes, that's Ambrosia's saddle. Okay, so we've looked at everything, all the curios that we've picked up so far. And let's work from the bottom up this time, because we know it's oldest at the bottom. How fares the rest? The Guardians are getting along with the axes fine enough, working to shore up the rest's walls when not clearing out what few threats remain down in the reeds. Though chances are we'd still be neck deep in Akashic had you not given that horde your firm but gentle nudge. I know you've a realm to save and all, but if you're ever in need of a quick reviver, come see us and we'll tap you a cask. Signed, Martha. The flames burn bright. You have an uncanny talent of showing up where you're most needed, my lord. Without your steel, I fear the rest would be in the hands of the Akashic, and us but more than their nameless numbers. However, with the horde now thinned and fractured, we Guardians can focus our efforts on putting down the smaller packs without worry of being overwhelmed, while Martha's blood axes can return to defending the Tor. As for young Oscar, you will forgive my sudden request for taking him under your wing. He's a good man, attentive, polite, hardworking. So as you can see, he already has learned everything he can from me. He would do well to continue his squiring under a more worthy shield, and the realm has none more worthy than you. Signed, Wade. Wade's such a good guy. Dramatis Personae. The Guard and League have put aside their differences for the time being, allowing us leave to sip our snake's pit in relative leisure. For that, I would hazard, we have your better half to thank. She put on quite a performance. Oh, I hope Jill can read this soon enough. She put on quite a performance. As for yours, well, from one aspiring thespian to another, might I suggest working on your delivery, and your projection, and those stiff limbs of yours, and your countenance, and, well, everything else. We wouldn't want to do the name Underhill a disservice now, would we? Is that the name of the Lord? Yeah, Lord Underhill is who I was. A word from Northreach. Clive, you have the town's thanks for helping rid us of the thralls, but we are neither of us so naive to think we have seen the end of their like. Good Philip has taken to seeing that we are prepared should the ghouls come once again calling, but I oft worry the rank of captain has begun to weigh heavily upon his shoulders. Just as I imagine, the same might be said of you and your burdens. But remember, should the weight ever become too much, you needn't stand alone. Our hearts and arms remain ever open, as do the Vale's doors. Okay, and it looks like we've actually got a quest here, a humble request. Master Clive, I apologize for this sudden untoward gesture. Circumstances have forced me to seek immediate aid, and there's none other to whom I may turn. Your most esteemed Lord Uncle has presented me with a task most vexing, and I fear I'm wholly unable to perform to his vaulted expectations, namely due to the lack of martial aptitude on my part. To wit, I am but a manservant, not a mercenary. While I maintain the fitness ample to attend to the needs of a manor, to the attending of bandits in the back alleys I am sorely ill-equipped. If it please you, my lord, prithee come and see me at Martha's Rest, where I shall proceed to explain my predicament in full. Sebastian Rutherford, Seneschal to Lord Byron Rosfield. I again question, not just in the spoken text, but just here, the effort to translate this from what I assume was the original Japanese, where it was undoubtedly just as poetic and artfully phrased, the amount of effort to translate it into English with this same level of just florid speech. I'm so impressed. Yes, we will. Maybe not right this moment, though, right? Like, we don't have to go right this second?
Rutherford. Wasn't that the name of my uncle's manservant? Why would he be at Martha's Rest?
Smooth like Butler! Oh, what a fantastic name! Hold on, we've got one more missive here to read. My Lord Marquis, which I don't actually know what Marquis means in this. It's probably like heir to a duchy or something. I'm just not familiar with the phrase. In your absence shall I watch over my new charges, affording them every protection I am able. I only ask that you do the same for his grace. Signed, Yote. And thank God that we've heard it said enough times that I recognize it as Yote. With the missives out of the way, and we definitely don't want to talk to Otto just yet. So I think instead, or more specifically, I very much want to talk to Otto, but what we want to do is go have a visit on some of these side quests so that we don't then miss the opportunity.
Still alive, are you?
Oh, ask about Getz. I missed this before.
That great lump.
Why, he's the gentlest, most dutiful soul I've ever had the pleasure to meet. He might not be the brightest crystal in the crate, but he's got a good heart, and I'd far rather have an honest fool working for me than a clever scoundrel. He never shirks his duties, never answers back, never dips his fingers in the coffers.
No.
I won't hear a bad word said about him, though I might say a few myself. The lad's even got Blackthorn teaching him the secrets of smithing now, so I'm keeping my one good eye on the forge. If that blowhard of a blacksmith should even think about doing gets down, we'll be having words.
If you're gonna buy something, be quick about it.
Oh, look, Runeblade is actually better than Brightburn. I mean, it's better right out of the box. I can't think of a single reason not to get this, except...
Is that all?
Sometimes you can just craft it. I cannot believe that this deep in, I'm still trying to work the system out.
What do you want?
Okay, so we can just straight craft Runeblade +1. I guess the only question is, would Sanguine Insignia do me better in some other way? Oh, wait. Okay, hold on. Go back here. Reinforce. Let's just assume not. I don't know. I've got plenty of money. Whatever. We're going to do Runeblade +1 is what we're going to do. We're going to craft this, skip it straight to the +1.
No scratches, right?
And then we're going to reinforce it.
My best work, but it'll do.
Okay, can we do anything better here? Rune Belt is better. So yes, let's just craft this directly.
Not bad, if I do say so myself.
And then the Rune Crescents. Oh, here goes our other Sanguine Insignia.
No
it's better.
Right?
Reinforce. We're going to make up the Crescents.
My best work, but it'll do.
And... interestingly, the rune here doesn't even have an entry. Well, let's definitely keep an eye out for some stained loincloth. Rune Crescents +1. But no, we already... Sorry, I meant to reinforce. Sorry. Oh, look, I would have been able to do it. Except that's to reinforce. I'm so sorry. Did I or did I not get Rune Crescents +1? I don't know why I have such trouble with this. Rune Crescents. The Crescents were the arm plates. And I wanted the belt. Rune Belt +1. I am so sorry.
Yeah,
moving on.
Do you? That it? Fine.
Let me just double check that we've got it all now. Hold on. Nope, we're gonna go to... Wait, I'm so sorry. What is he up to? Ledying Looser. Or Lading Looser. Rune Belt, Rune Crescents, Rune Blade. Okay, we've got it all. And, sorry for the silence, just working out what we want to do now. I think that we'd like to go, not to be outdone, so we're going to head over to the Northreach coast.
Hippocrates said I should be able to find what I'm looking for somewhere nearby. Bright blue dragons and bright yellow flowers. Should be easy enough to spot.
Yeah, probably, but I think we can let Ambrosia go. She doesn't need to have any part of Bright Blue Dragon.
This must be our wyvern. Right. Let's get this over with. Nice try.
Oh, hold on.
That's the wyvern's liver. Now I just need to find the herbs. Bright yellow with a heady scent.
Now, what's interesting is that I have absolutely no memory of intentionally, at least, moving away from... Oh, I must have hit the bumper when I came up here, because this was my Bahamut build with the lightning, or sorry, with the fist ability. Yeah, let's switch back to this for now. Well, if I was an herb, I would look like this.
I think that's everything Molly needs to resurrect her recipe. Better head back.
What song should we listen to?
All of them. So, did you have that word with Tomes then?
I did, and he was as helpful as ever. He told me exactly where to look, in fact.
And what precisely will I be cooking up? Or is it better not to know?
Blueback wyvern liver. And, a herb known as Saint's Bonnet.
Ah, wyvern livers, was it? Well, at least it weren't actual worms, I suppose. Now then, you stay right where you are. I've got some cooking to do. Let's hope these grand old chefs of yore knew what they were on about. And here we have it. Fried mortress of skyworm. Ivan's offered to make sure it's fit for consumption. Well, I say offered. He as good as begged.
And rightly so. Is there any higher honor than partaking in a slice of culinary history?
So, not fit for consumption then?
What witchery is this? The crackle of the crust gives way to an almost violent richness. Yet, it is the piquant kiss of the saint's bonnet that tames this savage dish. It is a tour de force. A force of nature, even. A maelstrom of flavour and sensation. A graceful beast emerging from centuries of slumber.
I think he likes it.
Well, I can't quite tell with all that nonsense he's talking. But I reckon you might be right. It was decent then, I take it.
Decent? It's remarkable. And I defy any man to say a word to the contrary. Sid, might I suggest that you command a party of your finest men and women to procure a dozen blueback wyverns forthwith?
I'll give it some thought.
I'll say this, it looked a lot more tasty than the purple goop that was cooked up the last time that we did a recipe request.
That book may be a veritable treasure trove, but the recipes are hardly what I'd call honest fare.
Oh, who needs honesty when they can have majesty? Our companions deserve only the very best.
All right, I like this dude. He is extremely positive about stuff. When that man wants to give a compliment, especially to food, he knows exactly how to do it. Now, on our way over there, hold on, let me go back to the main menu. Yeah, there were some Alliant requests, so why don't we go head up to Lost Wing, and we'll see what's going on up and around here. Whoops.
You know what you have to do.
I won't let you down.
Clive, I fear that I must bid you farewell. As you know, our time grows short. The Lord Chief Justice's vultures are circling. We must strike now. Before we part, I want you to know that, though I may not always have been your most vocal ally, I trust you, as I trusted your predecessor.
Thank you. I appreciate the sentiment, and I understand more than anyone how you feel. But is revenge really the answer?
It is the one I found, and it is all that I have lived for since that day.
But what of Lost Wing? Everything you've built.
I built Lost Wing to achieve this aim. Once it is done, the village will have served its purpose. My comrades and I are sure of our cause, and we shall fight to the last, come what may. But there are those among us who cannot fight. Children, the elderly, bearers afflicted by the curse. I would place Lost Wing in their hands, if I thought it would do them any good. But a village home only to the frail and the infirm is not likely to stay a safe haven for long. And so, Clive, I find myself turning to you once more. Will you take them to your hideaway, that they might live even should Lost Wing die?
Absolutely, and also, can I also help you on your quest? Because I remember this man's story, and it seems like a righteous cause.
I will.
Thank you. I will not have it said that I did not see to the well-being of those who rallied to my cause. The people I speak of have withdrawn to Gotan's Bales, away from danger in case the Black Shields strike.
Understood. I'll make sure they get to the hideaway safely.
Then the last of my preparations are complete. Fare you well, Clive. And may Griga guide us. All of us. Those who cannot join us in the coming fight are gathered at Gotan's Bales. I would ask that you see them to safety.
I'll search the village one last time for any stragglers. Then join Master Quinton and get some justice.
To Gotan's Bales then, and quickly, before anyone else finds them.
It is both important and correct to look after people who would otherwise be ripped apart by the dangers on the road. That said, I would very much prefer that Clive be on the front lines to help out Quentin with his quest against the man who ruined his life and used his power to amass his own personal fortune and power, rather than help the community that he was charged with trying to serve.
Everyone, Quentin has asked that you come with me. He can no longer guarantee your protection, but I can. There's a safe place I can take you to.
Well, if that's what the Master thinks best. Sid, none of us would be standing here today if it weren't for Master Quentin. We owe him our lives. So we ain't about to start telling him what he should do with his. If he's saying we ain't safe in Lostwing no more, it's 'cause he ain't coming back. And if that's what has to happen, then so be it. I only hope he can see this through to the end. That we get to see justice done.
I hope so too.
Oi! You lot! Where's everyone else? They ain't already left, have they?
They've gone with Master Quentin.
Fuck! Fuck! Fuck!
What's wrong?
I've just come from the Justice's manor. We have to get Quentin to call off the attack. It ain't just the Black Shields protecting the place. He's got a guard dog and all. A fucking monster. They don't stand a chance against that thing. If I don't get the message to them, they're all gonna fucking die.
No. We can't let this happen. Sid! Don't worry about us. You've got to catch up with him. We can't let Quentin die before that bastard does.
All right. I'll do what I can. Where is this manor?
It's way over to the east, through the woods. Heaven Hall, he calls it.
Promise us, Sid. Promise us you'll do what you can.
Oh, right away.
The manor's to the east of Lostwing, through the woods. Quentin and the others will be halfway there already. You have to hurry.
Please, Sid, you've got to catch up with him. Don't let all our work be in vain.
I still haven't paid Quentin back for saving my life. So don't let him die. Not yet.
Okay, let's see if there's a fast travel point that's somewhat closer, and there already is. Oh, there's a couple that are much closer. I want to say that the Dragon's Eyrie is probably our best bet, so we're going to head right over here.
Quentin, are you all right?
No. But I am alive. Which is more than I can say for my comrades. They followed me without question all the way here. And they died. For nothing.
This must be the guard dog. Quentin. I'll hold it off. You go.
But...
your comrades didn't die for nothing. They died for you. Don't let their sacrifice be in vain.
I won't.
Come on, then. You're no guard dog. You're just a rabid beast that needs to be put down. Slow. Nice try.
He did a really good dodge there. Yep, and a counter shot. So I need to adjust to the fact that this guy is not going to be where I want him to be. Okay, I got to watch out for his triple shot at that too. Okay, that's really enough. Oh no, I missed. Oops. Really missing the timing on that dodge.
If only we'd arrived earlier. Is it over?
It is. He wept and begged for mercy. And I cut him from ear to ear, just as I dreamed of doing all these years. All my plans, building a haven in Lostwing, freeing bearers from their chains and recruiting them to my cause. It was all for this. But what is this? Justice? My faithful comrades. All those lives lost, so that I might take another.
Quentin.
Master Quentin! Oh, thank Grieger you're safe.
You're alive.
And so are you. I'm so sorry. I tried to warn you about that thing. And I hate to say it, but there's more bad news. It's Lostwing. It's been flooded.
What? Lostwing. My Lostwing.
And look who's here.
They must have stolen in after we left, just before the flood struck. What if there are still people in there?
Don't be a fool! Damn it. It's not going to last long in there. Come on, Torgal. We need to make this quick.
Hold on.
Farewell.
Wait, I sort of knocked that guy out of the screen. I'm not sure where he went. Am I still heading down here? Did we do it? It's just that the combat music hasn't really stopped, but...
This might take a while. It's over.
Okay, that's enough of that, please.
Not good. To me, boy.
Oops. I feel like I lost... weren't there like 3 guys right around me?
Hold on. Gonna get you out of here.
Really should have waited until they were all up so that I could have done this, you know, maybe charged it up some. Okay, yeah, somebody's doing the healing.
I need to get back to Quentin. Quentin! Look at me! Thank the Founder. He hasn't turned. I'm going to get you out of here. Welcome back to the land of the living.
Is Lostwing?
The flood has filled the valley.
I see. Then all is at an end. A strange way to achieve one's life's ambition.
No, Master Quentin. Save your strength.
Why? All that I strove for is gone. Only emptiness remains. I have nothing left to live for.
What the heck are you on about? You've got us, ain't you? Don't try telling me you only freed us so you could get revenge. We're more than that to you, and we all know it.
I thought you weren't coming back. But I prayed, and you did. There's got to be a reason for that, right? Can't we just go back to how it was? You know, you looking after us all.
Your work ain't over yet, Master Quentin. We believed that you were the right man to lead us, and we still do.
Your village may be lost, but it seems your people aren't, so long as you remain to guide them.
But why? After what why would anyone follow me?
'Cause we're family, aren't we?
Family?
Yeah, and all our comrades who went with you, they felt the same. Lostwing weren't just a village. It was all of us.
It was. And as long as we're still here, it is too.
We can start again. Build a new Lost Wing, right here in the Bales.
A fresh start. One life ends, and another begins. Why just a village? We could build towns. A nation, even. What's to stop us?
That's the Master Quentin we know.
Please. I am nobody's master. Quentin will suffice. After all, we are family. Permit me to withdraw my request. I will no longer be needing your help in looking after my people.
I'll pretend you never asked.
But you must be rewarded for your efforts on our behalf. You saved my life twice over. And more besides.
A bottle or two of your finest red will suffice.
Of course. Nothing but the best. And I have a feeling that this year's vintage will be the finest yet. If you don't mind waiting, that is.
I look forward to it.
They are right, you know. Lostwing can be rebuilt. It was more than a mere village. More than a staging ground for revenge. It was a vision of how life might be. Of how we who have suffered can come to find family again.
Yeah, so Quentin there, if somebody didn't remember the whole storyline, it might be easy to say, wait a second, he was just using these people. Why would they want to hang out with him? They were just a means to an end. The thing is, remember that he was in, let's say, the disagreement with the Grand High Judge or whoever it was, because Quentin was dedicated to rooting out corruption in whatever, like, government it was that he was originally a part of, and this guy used Quentin to achieve his own ends and then kicked Quentin out and I think killed his family. It's been a couple episodes since that particular story. And the other thing is that even if we were to try to take Quentin at his word, that all of the bearers that he freed, he said this, all the bearers that he freed, the community that he built, they were all just a way for him to reaccumulate the power that he needed to take on his revenge. The trouble with that is that when the community was in danger, his first action was to work on evacuating all the people. These people needed evacuating still, but remember that we saw evidence of other people being evacuated from Lost Wing earlier on. His very first thought was for their well-being. That does not speak to me as somebody who was only doing it to achieve his own ends. He could have left them to fend for themselves. Thank you for your service. You can slow down the soldiers while I go after my main quarry, because it'll take the soldiers a while to butcher you all. That's not what he did. Quentin is a really good guy. Like, he's a really solid dude, and that's why I'm glad that we were able to at least help him out a little bit on his path to get what he needed to achieve some measure of peace.
I made sure our fallen comrades were laid to rest. And they can rest easy, knowing that their sacrifice wasn't in vain. That justice was done. As for us survivors, well, we've just got to keep at it. Keep the family together. For their sakes.
Put also a slightly different way, I like the fact that people in this world have other things going on that are not just about what Clive needs. They've got their own stories, their own backgrounds, their own relationships with other characters, and some of whom we never even meet, like that the high judge guy that Quentin just went after, we never got to see him, but we know him by reputation. And it's just a cool way to build out the world, to say there's certain things that are happening that Clive is just not privy to, but are very important to the people involved.
I'd have followed Quentin to that manor if I could have done, and I'll keep following him now, wherever that surly bastard cares to lead us.
Okay, and I believe that wraps up our business in this general area, but I think there's going to be another quest here. Let's pop out to the map. And yes, there's another quest down here in Butler. I don't remember if I've ever read this. Also known as the 1,000 Tables, the Butler markets have served as a nexus of Republican commerce for countless generations. Let's go see what we can find here.
If we're going to do this, we'll need...
Clive, your timing is impeccable. It just so happens that right at this very moment, we're in need of someone with your talents.
And what talents would those be?
Why, your fearlessness and your skill with a blade.
I'm listening.
Well, as I'm sure you're aware, when these dark skies swept over the Republic, so too did a wave of chaos and confusion. Randalar has been particularly badly affected. Many of the capital's bearers have lost their masters, or taken the opportunity to flee them. None remain free for long, of course. Most find themselves under the protection of the Fist before they get far. But the army too is in disarray, and finds itself unable to provide for its new charges, which means it has been looking to sell.
And you've been looking to buy, to make sure these masterless bearers remain that way.
Precisely. It's the perfect opportunity to free dozens more, and for an attractive price, no less.
So where does my skill with a blade come in?
Though we may have the funds to buy these bearers, we have nowhere to house them. So we've been searching for a place where they can be resettled. Somewhere far from the prying eyes of those who would see them enslaved once more. And we believe we have found one. Cashlock. A small hamlet hidden in a canyon. The place was abandoned a long time ago, but when the men moved out, the beasts moved in.
And so we seek the aid of a fearless swordsman to encourage them to look elsewhere. You'll help, won't you?
Don't pay me. Like, we're gonna go find a place for former slaves to go live in peace. You don't have to pay me the $1,200. I really wish that I could just turn this down. Especially, look, there's a version of the story where Clive is really trying to scrape together 2 gil to afford his next weapon upgrade, but we're good. I would really love the option, especially in a quest like themed like this. No thanks. I'll just do the work for free.
How could I refuse?
Excellent. Theo, if you wouldn't mind making arrangements for the transportation of our guests, as we discussed.
Of course. Leave everything with me.
Sounds like you'll have your work cut out for you.
I will. We have an entire village to stock and furnish. Residents and all. Even if I begin right now, I'll be working day and night. So I'd better get started. Try to clear the place out before the wagons roll in, won't you?
I'll do my best.
You will find a village in Chedra's Thread, past Leitney's Cleft. My man there will open the gate for you.
All right. Wish me luck.
I'm sure you won't need it. Pass through Leitney's Cleft, and you'll see what's left of Cashlock down in the valley.
Okay, let's just check the map very quickly and make sure there's no other quests in the area. There's not. Nope, just taking a big look. All right, so let's bounce over to Leitney's Cleft, and we'll just head straight south from here.
This must have been a nice place once. It will be again.
All right, kind of accidentally did a sky drop in here, but... Okay. Okay, I really want... there we go. Oh, I didn't actually mean to do this, but we might as well try to charge it up at this point. That'll teach you guys to stand in line.
That's all of them. Come on, Toggle. Let's head back to Boklad.
Not my neatest and most stylish combat by a long shot, but we got the job done. Oh, interesting. Usually the fast travel just drops us directly in front of the quest giver.
Something the matter, Theodore? Quiet.
Those are our terms. I trust that you will give them your full consideration.
I shall. Thank you.
Him again.
Someone you know?
Yes. And, no. But enough about him. How did you fare down in Cashlock?
It's done. The village is safe now.
You made quick work of it, as always.
I should go and let Eloise know.
Don't let me keep you. But Clive, don't tell her I was watching her, will you? She'll only get upset. I'll explain everything once you've finished with your report.
All right. We'll speak then. Eloise, I just got back from Cashlock. The village should be safe now.
Thank you, Clive. Here, something for your trouble. Well then, now that you have laid the groundwork for our little project, I suppose we'd better finish the job. The first thing we'll need to do is make sure our offer for the bearers is accepted.
You're still in negotiations?
We are. A trusted colleague has been dealing with the Fist on our behalf, but things have been trickier than we anticipated. I suppose it's to be expected. This is the army we're dealing with. Fighting's what they do. But we shall emerge victorious in the end.
Well, if you need any help, you know where to find me.
I'm not sure I do, but thank you all the same.
Ah, Clive.
You wanted to talk?
The man I was watching earlier, the one speaking to my sister. He represents the Silver Peak Consortium. It's one of the bigger trading houses.
I don't think I've heard of them.
Well, every trader in Dharmekia has. They operate across the length and breadth of the Republic, and they're still expanding. They've been trying to get Eloise to join their ranks for some time now.
And judging by her reaction earlier, I'd say she had half a mind to accept their latest offer.
And you'd rather she didn't?
I would rather she did what makes her happy. And I would never deny her such an opportunity. Eloise saved me from slavery. And we have striven to save others like me ever since. But this was not the life my sister wanted, nor the one she deserves. I won't let her give up on her dreams again for my sake. She freed me from my bonds, and she must be freed from hers in turn.
You're a good man, Theo.
I have always been grateful for what my sister did for me, and I want to repay the favor by letting her live her own life. But each time an opportunity to do just that arises, she turns it down. For my sake.
She loves you.
And I love her. Which is why I want this time to be different. To show her that I don't need to be watched over anymore. Though I'm sure I'll still need some help from time to time. I trust that I can count on you.
Always.
Thank you, Clive. Well then, I had better get back to work. These bearers aren't going to move themselves. That's a job for the Crimson Caravans. This could well be the last commission the Crimson Caravans undertakes. Under present management, at least. But don't tell my sister I said that, will you?
I hope we get some sort of a conclusion to this, because what I would probably say to Theodore is, you really need to talk to Eloise about this, because she is a grown woman. She knows what she's doing, and even if she had... Hold on. Even if she had other plans for her life... Oh my god. Even if she had other plans that she might have originally wanted to do with her life, the fact that she's currently dedicating herself to freeing bearers from the bonds of their oppression and setting up a community where they can live free and in peace and not live like property, that seems like a life very, very well lived. And for the good of the bearers, it might not just be about you, Theo. Maybe that's where I'd go with it. Anyway, let's bounce back to the main menu here. And... yes, it looks like we have one or more quests over here in Martha's Rest. Now, this is where we got Smooth Like Butler, where we're going to join Rutherford. Rutherford is an example of somebody who is representing moneyed interests, so from him, I will gladly accept whatever fee that they want to pay. When it comes to Eloise and Theo there, I kind of feel like the money that they paid for Clive might have gotten them, you know, a couple more bearer contracts, but whatever.
Martha's got a big heart. It's a pity there's so many who are happy to take advantage of it.
I feel like Martha's going to be up to something new. Do we know where Rutherford is? Apparently right here, probably meaning upstairs. Ah, here he is.
My lord Marquis, is that you? It is you. Then you received my letter. I am Sebastian Rutherford, chief steward of your lord uncle's estate.
Of course. We met once before.
Yes, my lord. Thank you for coming.
And what was so sensitive that you couldn't put it in writing?
1,000 apologies, my lord. I did not mean to offend. I merely...
It's all right. Continue.
I am here at Martha's Rest, at the behest of your lord uncle, tasked with learning what I am able of the realm's current state of affairs. And what I have learned is grim. The fall of the Mother Crystals has left Storm in a state of utter disarray. The subsequent darkening of the heavens has only made things worse. Akashic attacks, once unthinkable, are now commonplace. The gears of governance have ground to a halt, and without a steady hand on the tiller, the realm threatens to drift into utter chaos. Your lord uncle, however, believes there is a way to avoid this fate, and is determined to see it set in motion.
That sounds like quite the undertaking.
It is. Hence my having enlisted the aid of several colleagues serving the 7 high houses. Alas, I have lost contact with 2 of those colleagues already. They are both able-bodied and trained in the sword, yet in these dark times, even that may not prove sufficient to keep a man safe on the road.
So you want me to find them? I'll need to know where they went.
One I sent to investigate the Republic, the other the old Imperial capital of Oriflamme.
That doesn't exactly narrow it down. I suppose I'll start in Dalamil and work my way east.
Thank you, my lord. I shall pray for your success and safety. My associate in Dhalmekia would have had to pass through the Republic's checkpoints to gain entry to the capital. Perhaps someone in Dalamil or Tabor would have seen him.
Yeah, if you'd put some of this in writing, I could have gone directly to Dalamil instead of coming here to talk to him about it first. I don't feel like Martha's Rest is too terribly close to Dalamil, but no skin off my back because I got fast travel, whether or not Clive does.
Ah, Clive. Just the man I was hoping to see.
Oh? And why is that?
You remember how some of Sir Wade's guardians took up residence here after the Akashic attacked? Well, now the rest have come to join him. Seems their barracks in the Lazarus have been lost to an ether flood. Now, I don't mind having a few more brave boys around to keep them animals at bay. I ain't daft after all. But we ain't got nowhere for 'em to bed down. Poor buggers are having to make do with haylofts and chocobo pens. I'd build 'em a new barracks here if I could. But where would I put 'em? There just ain't enough room up here on the rock. Which leaves us in a bit of a pickle. The people we're counting on to keep us safe are living like beggars.
I see.
And it ain't just that lot. There's bears to think about too. There's been more and more of them turning up lately, coming from all over looking for safe haven. But there's only so many we can shelter with the room we've got. We can't keep cramming more and more people into less and less space. What we need is a new home for our new arrivals. And that's what I was hoping you might help me with. If it ain't too much of a burden, of course.
It's no burden.
Thank you, Clive.
So, where were you thinking of making this new home?
Well, I reckon we could do a lot worse than Eastpool.
Eastpool. It's been a long time since I thought about that place.
It was a tragedy, what happened. And if any of us could have done anything to stop it, we would have. But what's done is done. And those who lived there wouldn't have wanted the village they loved to be left in ruins.
I suppose you're right.
The blight might be pressing in, but I reckon it's got a good few years left in it yet. There's just one problem. A band of cutthroats have made it their den, and they don't seem like they'll be moving on in a hurry. Nasty bastards they are too. I've lost some good men to their raids. Would have sent someone to clear them out sooner if my boys didn't already have their hands full fending off the Akashic. But now we've got a few more guardians of the flame to call on. I reckon it's time we made our move. What do you say? Fancy leading a raiding party?
I do. Eastpool was once home to people I loved. I won't have bandits sully those memories. I'll gladly drive them out of there.
And I know the men will gladly follow you. I've already shared a few thoughts with Sir Wade about how we might be able to win the place back. And I dare say he's got some ideas of his own too. Why don't you go and talk to him?
Of course.
Reckon Eastpool would make a nice little home for a few bearers and guardians with a mind to make a go of it. Once those blasted bandits have been sent packing, that is.
Oh, hold on, let's talk to this server.
Sorry, but if you're looking for a bed, there's none to be had right now. We're already sharing our cots with masterless bearers and those who fled the floods, and more seem to wash up at our door every day.
Sansa Stark. That too I was trying to think of, and I would swear that that is also her.
All right, Sir Wade. Let's hear your plan.
Specifically, the actor who plays Sansa Stark, I just don't happen to remember her. She also played Jean Grey in those X-Men movies. How many was it? Was it just the one or the two? I want to say she was also in X-Men Apocalypse.
So, Wade, it's good to see you well.
And you, Lord Rossfield. And you.
I spoke with Martha. She tells me you have plans to free Eastpool and make it your own.
That's right, though it was mostly her idea. I rather fear my men have been treading on her toes somewhat since joining us, not to mention each other's. And then there are the bearers, men and women who found the courage to flee their masters and sought refuge here. We need somewhere to settle them, and I can think of worse places than Eastpool.
As can I. Which is why I agreed to help you win it back.
That's very kind of you. I'd be most grateful if you would. With you beside us, we shall soon send that rabble of rogues running for the hills.
So, what can you tell me?
That thankfully there aren't too many of them. Fewer than a dozen at our last count. And rather less, thankfully, the road that leads there will more than likely still be crawling with Akashic. A small force would suffice to clear the village. But if the Akashic were to follow them in, that force could end up trapped between a rock and a very hard place indeed.
I'll head into Eastpool and deal with the bandits. You and the Guardians can stay outside the village and fend off any Akashic who come too close. Make sure I'm not taken unawares.
I can't ask you to bear all that risk yourself, my lord.
The Akashic are the bigger risk. I can handle a few bandits.
Well, if you're sure, I shall summon my men at once.
Shall I wait for you here?
No need, my lord. You go on ahead. We'll be with you before long.
All right. I'll meet you at Eastpool then.
We shall see you there. And may victory await our coming.
You know, the fact that the Akashic are the bigger threat is why I'd rather send Sir Wade and his men in to deal with the regular-ass bandits and not the magic-infused monsters that could possibly be swarming around outside. Maybe they won't be, but if they are, I kind of feel like Clive is very well suited to handle them.
You think you can just walk in here, kill him?
Eastpool now, or face the consequences.
We get a little more charge on this. I think we've really got to... Oh, hold on.
That's the end of that, then. Or maybe not. What's that thing doing here? Doesn't matter. It goes too.
Okay, I really thought I dodged that. Don't.
Too slow. Let's try.
I dodged and then went right back into the laser beams.
Any more surprises? I'll take that as a no.
Bravo. A magnificent display, my lord.
You were watching? I thought you were keeping an eye out for a Kashik.
We were. Put down more than a few on the road, then arrived just in time to see you slay that... whatever it was.
Let's hope it was the last of its kind. Though I expect you and the Guardians will be up to the challenge should another appear.
I would hope so, my lord.
Your men will be bringing the bearers who'll be living here, I assume. It might be best to send word for them to come right away, before any other unsavory characters move in.
Of course. I'll send orders for them to depart immediately. Leave it with me, my lord.
Home. And without masters.
No. We're the masters now. Our lives are our own at last.
That's all of them. And not a single Akashek in sight. Now to begin the important work of rebuilding the place. It won't be easy. Especially not after 5 years of beasts and blackguards having their wicked way with the place. The masonry might still be sturdy enough, but half the beams are rotted. Those that weren't lost in the fire or burned by the bandits, that is. It'll take a bit of elbow grease, but we'll see Eastpool rise again. Just you wait.
So wait. Lady Hannah is buried here. If you don't mind, I'd like Oscar to join the rebuilding efforts. He should be a part of this.
Of course. I couldn't agree more.
I'll let Martha know that everyone arrived safely. If you need anything more, you have only to send a Stolas.
And we will, my lord. Safe travels.
Eastpool is in safe hands. Time to go and tell Martha the good news.
First things first, we'll need to get a few of these roofs seen to. Wouldn't want to be caught in a storm without any shelter.
Yeah, I hadn't thought about it, but Lady Hannah was Lord Sir Roderick, was that his name? His wife, and therefore also the mother, then you would think of... I'm so sorry, Clive literally just... Oscar's mother. So, yeah, it would be a great idea to have him be able to participate in the rebuilding effort. I'm glad Clive thought of that, because I would not have. It's just it's another one of those really nice touches that he did.
Ah, there you are. All went well then. Sir Wade told me you got rid of the bandits while his lot kept an eye out. Nicely done. And what's all this about some shape-shifting nightmare showing up? On second thoughts, don't tell me. It'll only give me nightmares of my own. What matters is you did it. And now we can build our new village.
I suppose it will be. What will you call it?
What else? Eastpool. Sir Wade said it best. There's plenty bad happened to that place, but that don't undo the good that happened there. No need to throw the baby out with the bathwater.
Did Wade say that?
Well, something along those lines. Anyway, the poor souls might have made it to Eastpool, but their work ain't done yet. So the way I see it, neither is mine. If it's food or lumber or strong backs they need, the rest is ready to provide it.
Thank you, Martha.
No, thank you. You didn't have to help us.
I wanted to.
Eastpool's been in ruins for years. So wonder any of it's still standing. But with a bit of lumber, a lick of paint, and a lot of hard work, they'll make a home of it yet.
Yeah, for real, it might take a bit to get some of the blood stains out. Eastpool was home to some really dark stuff, but makes a lot of sense if they can renovate those buildings into a place where people could live. All right, so now I think that we're going to go search for Rutherford's colleague here in, not here, but over in Delamil.
Someone's got himself in trouble.
Here we go, straight away.
I don't see your master here, so you can start by giving us all the coppers in your purse.
I already told you, I have nothing.
Then maybe we'll take that pretty outfit and the steel you're wearing.
Please! These men are trying to rob me!
I'll deal with this.
Thank you.
You that one's master, then? If you'd kindly pay the coin he owes us, we can pretend you didn't draw your blade on Republican soldiers.
Or you can go back to your garrison and I won't report you to your captain.
Oh, you're more than welcome to. He hasn't had many visitors since we slit his throat.
Oh no, hold on. Darn it. I keep forgetting this is not a mobility ability. Okay, we've got to get these shields down.
Too slow.
I'd expect as much from Hugo's faithful, but these were men of the fist.
Much has changed in the Republican army since they lost their rock.
You've seen this kind of thing before, then?
Many times. I was sent here to observe the situation.
You're one of Rutherford's men. He sent me to look for you.
Well, then you have my thanks. I fancy I could defend myself against one, perhaps two, but a whole regiment. I arrived in Dalimil several days ago, but when I called upon the captain of the local garrison to make inquiries, his men confiscated my effects and locked me in a cell.
The captain is no more, and his men make the rules now.
Fortunately, I was able to bribe my way free, only to be stopped again by those soldiers you so kindly dispatched.
What of the Fist's Central Command? Surely they wouldn't allow such lawlessness amongst their ranks.
I would imagine they are unaware of it. Most of the army has fallen back to the capital and hunkered down behind her walls. Those who weren't recalled now rule the fringes unchecked, answering to no one but themselves.
Then it's worse than we imagined. You should return to Rosaria. It's not safe here.
I'll find a caravan heading north. You won't mind if I borrow one of these soldiers' coin purses?
Not at all. Now, to find this second associate of Rutherford's. If he was bound for Oriflamme, I'll start at Northreach and see if I can pick up his trail.
Northreach, I feel like I was just there. Okay. Let's find out where it is. It's not on this map for sure. Yeah, I'm not great with fantasy geography, is the word I was looking for there. But Northreach is... Look how far away it is. And yeah, we were definitely here. All right, no worries. Let's head over to Northreach and we'll see what we can find. Oh, here he is. Hold on. Get off.
You deserve a rest. What happened here?
If you're with the others, they've already relieved me of my belongings.
I'm not. I'm looking for someone who was sent here by a man named Rutherford.
And then you found him. I'm Alistair Rockford, attendant to the Lady Ariane of House Wellesley.
Of the 7 high houses of Rosaria. It's been a long time since last I saw my great-aunt. Is she well?
My Lord Marquis? Yes. Yes, she is. The Lady Dowager has granted me leave to assist your Uncle Stuart. I was on my way back from the old capital when I saw some villagers being robbed on the road here.
Bandits?
They looked more like field hands, but it didn't matter in the end. I did what I could to help the victims, but all it earned me was a pommel to the temple.
Which way did they go?
South, toward the gate.
All right. I'll take care of them. Founder knows I've met enough of their kind. You head back to Northreach, visit the Vale, tell them I sent you.
Thank you. I shall. Founder be your shield.
They just couldn't resist, could they?
Oh boy, we've got a big axe guy.
This one's ours, pretty boy.
Big axe guys are tougher to me than dragons. I was waiting for it, I was watching it, and I still didn't dodge properly. I promise I dodged.
Make for the town while you can. There may be more bandits nearby.
You don't need to tell me twice. Many thanks, traveler.
This looks to be all of them.
I thought I told you to make for the Vale.
And stand by as ill might befall the heir to the ducal throne.
It's just Clive. And I'm fine, which is more than can be said for you.
I will survive.
Strange that the garrison wouldn't intervene in such a brazen attack so close to their gates.
The garrison have their hands full inside the city. Some days they don't even send out patrols. There are few hands left to work the fields, and even fewer to transport the grain. The market stalls are nearly bare, and the price for what remains is exorbitant. It's not uncommon to see a fight break out over a crust of bread. When I said the ones who attacked me didn't have the look of bandits, I meant it. They were probably just desperate.
Rockford, listen to me. If you are to continue your investigation, you first need to seek the attention of a healer.
Of course. I shall return to Northreach right away. But allow me to thank you first. Had you not happened along,
Don't thank me. Thank Rutherford. It was he who sent me.
I suppose he'll be wondering where I've got to. I shall send a Bistolus as soon as I'm able. Good day.
My uncle certainly has his work cut out for him. If it isn't already too late. I should go and tell Rutherford that his colleagues are still in one piece.
Part of me wants to, like, dash down the road and go pick up potions, but we'll have plenty of places that we can do that.
I see you're still here.
The Rest's location affords a constant flow of traders, and with it, a constant flow of information. Speaking of which, I received word from both my associates. They have resumed their investigations, thanks to you.
I only happened to be in the right place at the right time. They both seem to think the realm's prospects rather grim.
I am afraid that grim would be putting it lightly. Storm is in crisis, and if we are to free her, we must work quickly. And we must work together. Such is your Lord Uncle's wish.
As it is mine.
Oh, well, let's see if he's got anything else.
I will see that your Lord Uncle is made aware of the situation in both Dalmekia and Sanbrek. And inform him of your timely assistance, of course.
Look, man, happy to help. I do tend to prioritize the plight of the bearers and so forth, but those seemed like good men that were trying to do their best and got in some real dangerous times, so I feel like it's cool to help them out.
Can't say it wasn't a relief to see the better part of the Guardians finally taking their leave. We barely had room to breathe, what with them and us and all the others all crammed in together. They were good lads, though. I'll miss not having them around.
Are the bearers taking well to their new home, do you know? I sometimes worry how they'll manage without me to cook and clean for them.
Okay, and actually, speaking of, there's a shop right here where we can fill up.
How do?
Go over here. Potion, yes.
Thanks
High
very
potion,
much.
yes.
There you go.
I don't think we need anything else at the time.
Take care out there, eh?
Okay, quick spot check here. There's nothing else here. Let's bounce out to the open world, or the whole world map. And I don't see any other green icons here. So let's bounce back into the hideaway and maybe just check in on the missives, anything else.
How are we supposed to do our duty when the hills are crawling with a Kashik in the...
All right, we're here back at Desiree, and Desiree
Welcome
says...
to the Patron's Whisper. Is everything we've received and everything promised?
Newfound purpose. Since I can remember, I've served none but myself, turned my back on the world for a handful of silks and a heavy purse. But where has that left me? It is hard to keep joy in one's heart when all those around you are without. Something must change, and that change must start with me. Signed, A Lonely Porter. Oh, we got an Orchestrion roll, as well as some amber, which I wasn't specifically looking forward but I will be happy to have it. And
best of luck out there, Sid.
that brings up to speed there. And it does look like Nectar might have something new. All right, so we've got Dread Comet. I think that we have read about this before. This is in the Sickle in Delmechia, so I'm just going to make a quick note there. And then, the Man in Black. The greater part of those black shields who spied on Lostwing were taken by the Aether Flood. However, we have received reports that one yet survives, a zealot of their evil cause who persists in delivering any bearer who strays too close to his hiding place to a gruesome death. Alas, he has heretofore proved more than a match for the Cursebreakers sent to slay him. Well, I think that we can probably work that out, and that is over in Lostwing, where we also just were, but this person has probably turned up after all of the side events that we've had. So, I vote, unless there's something else that we needed to do here. Yeah, we'll visit the missives and the Wall of Memories in a second. Let's go head out to the main world, and we're going to go over to... I'm so sorry, Lostwing is one of these areas. I'm pretty sure it's up here. Let's look at the main map. Lostwing. Perfect. So, yeah, we're going to go directly here. We're here in the cellar passage underneath Lostwing. The only area that immediately looks on the map like it might be home to a boss fight, sort of a roundish circular chamber. And this doesn't look very much like a cellar. If it is, it's a very, very nicely appointed cellar. Groundskeeper's taking great care of it. Ah, this looks like who we want. Sir, you were really hard to find.
Bring out your bearers!
Okay, I promise I'm trying to dodge.
Purge them of their state!
The whole game chunked up for that. No! Very glad I had a potion just before that happened. God.
Guess we're all ready.
Just trying to keep some distance.
Hold still. We're not leaving. Ready? To me, boy.
Oh, I dodged way too early. Okay, we'll settle for level B then. Oh, did I lose it all? No, it went off. It went off. It's fine. Oh man! For a rank B, that guy hit real hard. Anything else down here or out here? I could have sworn that we had been to Cellar Chamber before, but this doesn't look familiar, and I'd never gotten that chest before. This is all off limits, right? Yeah. Okay, well, that's one of the two marks. Let's go see if we can find the other. All right, I think that we found our special chocobo.
Straight home now.
That's like no chocobo I've ever seen. Something tells me it won't be easily broken.
No, Clive, I think your instinct on this is a good one. This can't feel good, right? God damn!
To me, boy.
I don't know what that move is or how to stop it from hitting me.
Nice try.
Why are these hitting me? No!
Too slow. That's better. Nice try. Too slow.
Damn it.
Let's roll a nice try.
I swear to God, I'm not even sure how to hurt this guy.
Nice try. Nice try.
how do you like it? Shit. No. I'm gonna die. I don't know what to do. Let's try. Oh my god! Who expected this to be the toughest guy in the whole game?
There was nothing I could do.
I used every potion and all of Torgal's howls. I tip my cap to this Toucan Sam looking chocobo. Oh, I would feast on this thing. It would be a meal for everybody to enjoy. We would celebrate its heroism and power. Okay, I need to go back to the hideaway. Let's go ahead and do that now. I am definitely going to stock up on all of the potions again.
Clive, coin purse weighing you down.
Yep, let's get all of these, please. All of these. I use a stone skin tonic, mostly in a panic, and should have used it earlier. Oh, and that's right, we would have had elixirs. I don't know if you can swap out, like, what's available in your bag, but I think you can pause and go in there. I completely forgot about elixirs, or I definitely would have used one there. And I want to say that is probably going to be a good place to call it, because there's nothing that Otto's going to say, I don't think, that isn't going to kick off the next section of the story. So why don't we hear the Song of Hope to kick off the very next episode? We've wrapped up all of the side quests. Oh, wait. We'll go read the missives as well. Hold on. I don't know the fewest number of steps to get there, but I do know that we can get there from here. So rather than spending too much time sorting through the map, we'll just come around here and then find the much shorter way that we could have taken. Back at the Wall of Memories, we did get Ambrosia's Tack, the apples, the censer, Sid's Goblet, Hanged Man Signboard. This is, I think, the brand new one that we got. The emblem of the Hanged Man, the tavern that sits at the heart of Lostwing, now in the depths of an aether flood. It depicts a hooded, bound, and starved man hung by the ankles, perhaps contemplating how he will take his vengeance on those who made him this way. Now that Quentin strives to build a new future for the remnants of his Lostwing family, mayhap the Hanged Man will rise again, but likely under a different name. And I do know that we had another missive. From the bottom up, we'll read on our own terms. I regret that both you and the lump had to get all tangled up in the wicked weave of my sordid past, but thanks to your meddling, I was finally able to put to rest matters that were left too long to fester. And with that finally done, might be I can sit back and enjoy this new world of yours you're so keen on creating. Hold on. It's a bit of a fixer-upper right at this exact moment. One, don't need a pair of eyes to see the good that you've done. And then starting over, Clive, I cannot begin to thank you for all you have done for Lostwing. So, in lieu of any awkward remerciements, that's a new word to me, I shall be sending several barrels of next season's vintage. I can only hope they finally turn you off that foamy swill you and yours so covet. I'm gonna have to look up remercements. And I did actually see on the way in. See, Oscar's here. Hey, Oscar, do we have a bed set up for you somewhere?
My Lord Marquis, I heard about Eastpool. That some of my fellow Guardians are to build a new home there, both for themselves and for Madame Martha's bearers. Is it true?
It's true. The village is to be rebuilt.
I have many fond memories of Eastpool. When I was a child, we would visit my aunt and uncle often. They would lavish attention upon me as if I were the son they never had. I went to see Aunt Hannah after my uncle passed away, but not nearly as often as I should have.
Oscar, I'd like you to assist Sir Wade in the rebuilding efforts.
But my lord, my training is not yet complete. I couldn't possibly.
I warned you I might not be the easiest of masters, but I'm not as hard-hearted as that. Go. Be with your aunt. Rebuild her home. Is what she would have wanted.
Yes, my lord. Thank you, my lord.
Right, this was not that guy's Roderick. This was not Roderick's son, but his nephew. I forgot about that. He is the son of Roderick's brother. Okay, and with that, we're going to allow Clive to retire to his chambers so that we can start off the next episode. The way this game does tend to flow, it tends to be... Sometimes there's a mix, but then other times there'll be an episode full of side quests followed by an episode full of main story. We'll see what we can do to fill the next episode with main story, and we will catch you then.